This video will cover how to draw the hanger, which we see here. So where do I start with this? And I put some different types of dimensions on here because you might see an item dimensioned a little bit differently. So to make sure that we know how to um, determine where everything is supposed to go. So the first thing that I see is I have two large circles. One's a diameter of a 1.5, and my other one, as I can see here, has a diameter of 2.5. So I'm going to start there in the center because everything I can actually create based off of this center location. So let's go ahead and do our diameter and just select somewhere on my screen and type in my 1.50 and then choose my diameter circle again and type in my 2.50. Okay. All right, so from here I have this main portion here. Now I have to get the rest of these items in. So I'm looking at, I have a small circle here that has a diameter of 0.5 and then a larger circle here as well. So let's start with our smaller circle here, which is 0.5. So let's go ahead and choose our diameter. And I may not know exactly where this should go because I'm not given from center to center, but I could really figure it out because it's 4.5 from here all the way to the other side of this quadrant here of my circle. So if it's 4.5 and each one of these is a 1/2 inch diameter, means from my quadrant to my center is 0.25. So if I take half of 4.5, I have 2.25 and I'm subtracting that 0.25 to get to my center. I can do my snap from, choose my center, my at symbol, and I'm going to be moving to the left, so it's going to be -2, and then comma 0 because I'm not moving up or down along the y-axis, and then I can go ahead and type in my 0.50. Okay, and I can go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Choose my snap from, my at symbol, 2, comma 0, and then type in my 1/2 inch circle. Okay, if I want to double check my measurement, it's real simple. Just come up here and choose your distance. And from quadrant to quadrant, we have our 4.5, which is perfect. All right, and then let's go ahead and place our next circles, which are here and here, because we already know the center points, because the center is located right here from our 1/2 inch, and we have to determine the size. It's not given to us, but we can determine that size. So from quadrant to quadrant is 5.50, which means there's a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. So 1/2 inch from here to here, 1/2 inch from here to here, and that makes up that 1 inch difference. So I'm going to take that 1/2 inch and add the 0.25 for this circle. So it's 0.75 radius. So I'm going to go ahead and choose center and then type in my 0.75, and then the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at our top circle here. Looks to me like we have a dimension of 3.5. Again, this is 2.5, so we know we have a 1/2 inch from here to here to get that circle in, because again, the full distance from our center to our center is 3.5, but from our center to this circle here is 1.25. So that will give us where we should snap from. So let's go ahead and choose our diameter this time. And we're going to do our snap from, choose my circle here, and then my at symbol. I'm not going to the right or to the left, so my X is 0. And let's figure out our Y. So if we're here and I'm moving up to here is 1.25, again, because it's half of 2.5. And then my distance between here and here is a 1/2 inch, so 1.75. And our measurement is 0.5. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Snap from, and our at symbol 0, comma, now it's -1.75 because we're moving down the y-axis. Whoops, not 175. Make sure we get that decimal point in there. And then we'll go ahead and put our 1/2 inch. And then our other item here, we know from here to here is our 1/2 inch, or we could actually even come up and do our radius. We don't even have to figure it out. Just grab it and snap. Same thing, because we know it touches, because we can see it on our diagram here. Now at this point, let's go ahead and add some of those tangent lines that we have. So let's go ahead and go to our line command, and our tangent is going to be tangent here. And again, it's not at the quadrant. You have to come back up here and select tangent one more time. And now that line is tangent. And we'll go ahead and do that a couple more times. Tangent and tangent. Tangent and tangent. And you guys have already learned the mirror command, so you could actually mirror this if you wanted to. But I want to practice putting in these tangent lines for you. All right, so we have all of our tangent lines. Now we want to come back to our line command, and at our quadrant, we're going to move all the way in to where it touches our inner circle here. So we're going to just bring it in. You'll see that intersection. If by chance you're not getting that intersection X, make sure you come down to your object snap and make sure intersection is chosen. All right, let's go ahead and do this again. And then we'll clean up by doing some trimming. So for my quadrant, and again, if yours is not snapping to the quadrant, same thing, come down here, make sure quadrant is chosen. There we, whoops. We didn't quite get there. I'm just going to hit extend. It extends over. All right, let's do our line again. Drag this out and select. And then come up here and let's do some trimming. So we look over here, we know we need to get rid of all of these lines. And again, I'm just holding my mouse down to be able to draw what I want to actually be gone, or select what I want to be gone. And I don't want this, and I don't want this. And then I'm going to double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. These need to be whole circles, and that looks good. And that's how you draw the hanger.